Hawaii, is there a rod, because that's what it looks like, a rod coming down from the sky in Hawaii? I've never seen anything like that before. I haven't. The only other time I've seen something quite similar was back in around 2018 when I was taking a picture in the sky, in the southern sky where the sun was, and there was something like this coming down from up there, protruding out of the sun. But to see something like this is not a snowflake. It's not, and it's not a rope. It's too straight to be a rope. It's not a bolt of lightning. Could it be some other strange weather phenomenon? Could it? Because it does look really, really strange. I've noticed at times at the observatory when something like this happens, it looks as if it's raining at times. It does, and there'll be like blotches on the screen, but there'll be a certain shape. They will. And then they'll suddenly like disappear. And then at times there looks like there's invisible blotches that are all identical on the ground at the observatories. And I really do think that there are ships, invisible ships, UFOs, whatever you want to call them, that have the cloaking technology on. And they're making frequent visits at the observatories, and they're communicating with someone. But this thing right here, I don't know what its purpose is. I have no idea what its purpose is at the observatories in Hawaii. And I did some video footage of it. I did. I'm gonna let you see it. You can see it right here. Look at this timestamp. It's at the catwalk on May the 20th, 9:45 in the morning. That's what time it is. And it's coming down from above. Is it just going to disappear? Is it? I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do, if it's going to disappear or what's going to happen. I have no idea, you all. I don't. Which is really strange. Hello there, empathetic starseed. Greetings. Greeting, Ginger, Jimmy, Victorious, Suspicious Skies. Hello. So, it's really interesting. And if we were to zoom up on it, like right here, let me show you this. Of course, this is not good because this puts everything in a digital format, makes everything look pixelated right there, but it's not. But if you look over here to the side, you have like a dark object coming down. I think they're pods. Some type of pods coming down out of the sky is what I think. I mean, it might look a little digital right now to you, but there are pods coming down out of the sky in Hawaii. I want to move this out of the way right here, and I think I want to do a share the screen if I can. Put another window capture. Open it up, a window capture, and see if we can look at that close up. Crazy stuff as usual. It is kind of, well, this isn't going to work. It's totally empty. There's no window capture right there. It's just showing a gray. I have to open this up and make sure. Sometimes this OBS, it's really been acting weird. It doesn't like to. Okay, now we got it. We got it right here, you all. So let me shrink myself down. I want you all to see it. And I want you to be able to see the things that are falling from the sky too. Actually, let's go over there and let's watch the real video. Just to let you know, you come over here. Canada, France, White, telescope's right here. And authorize an authoritative source for people to watch. Watch it in the fast mode. This is the southern camera, the south view right here. It's called the catwalk. So we can see it. It's right here. Let me make sure it's just the screen only. Now keep your eyes open and look really fast because you can see some strange things happening. That rod will be coming down. There came down the rod. And now there's other things coming down, and I believe that they're little pods. And what's trying to pretend to be like rain? Oh no, it's not raindrops. It's not. And it may have went too fast for you to see it, but it's not raindrops. Okay, it went pretty fast. Let's do this right here. So if we were to go at the 9 or something, y'all, something bright in this. Oh, here's one coming down. There's a, oh man, I see one over here at the side, y'all. Let's see if we can get it. They're coming down. There's pods coming down out of the sky. It's probably best if we just go to the, it's best that we just go to the window, share the window right here to here so you all can see it. I'm going to make this bigger, but I don't want to make it too big to where we can't see the whole sky, you all. It's only big enough to see what we need to see. And when it slows down, okay, just a tad bit more until I find another way to have it. Okay, you can see the timestamp right here. Okay, I'm going to get myself out of the way because I want you to see this. Hello there, Cheryl Amanda. T. Hello, T. You say hello, G. I thought about that, CS, Rods of God. It really did enter my mind. But I don't know if this is Rods of God. I wouldn't say it isn't Rods of God. I wouldn't. Let's see what happens in the go get. I've got it on the slowest mode. And we're going to drag it. It's moving it like 2 seconds. See, they don't need to make this thing so bright going down. Look how bright that is at 4 something in the morning. Then you see on the side by the Canada France Hawaii telescope south view emblem thing, it leaves. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm looking at those windows. I thought, is there like some kind of writing on them? But it's not. Let's see it, you all. Let's watch it. Yeah, that was a super, super bright light. They don't need to make it that bright if you watch, if that's what you've seen. If you've seen that super bright light at around 4 something, 4:56, I think it was, maybe. Look, it's coming. You can see a bright light coming on the side of the observatory right there. And the sun. And then you got this thing right here. So bright at 4:56. Okay, it goes away. And it's around, okay, you can see there's vehicles there. I guess they work there. Even though it's the catwalk. Can y'all hear me? Hello there, Frank in Louisiana. Okay, now look right here. See at the bottom? See, there's a rod that comes through. This one looks more cloaked. Can you see it at the bottom moving? Let me show you where I'm talking about. It's right down here. It's going to be right here. The rod will come down, and that's where it's going to be located. Watch it. As I move it, it's going to be kind of cloaked. See it? Right there. It's at the 20, well, you can't see it, but can you see what I'm talking about? Coming down. And that's around 7 something in the morning. Yeah, his rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Let me get myself off of here. Just like maybe get myself up here and hide up here. Hide in the corner so we can see it. Okay, here comes those clouds up from below. It's like clockwork. It really is. I think I just seen something. I did see something coming up out of those clouds. Do you see this one thing up here by the observatories at the top? It looked like a roll of something. I don't think it's in their cameras. I really don't. I think it's something in the sky, and it's been there for a long time because these clouds, when they come up, they cover it. They can cover it up, so it's in the sky. See? Something is stationary up there, like a great big column in the sky. Those things hit yellow. Watch this, you all. So we got to get to around the 8. They're at 8:30 in the morning. It literally is like clockwork. I'm not seeing any ships yet, but we got to go 9. Just watch the clouds. Like, get your head out of the clouds. They don't want you to have your head in the clouds, noticing what's going on in the clouds above, in the skies above. If they did, I guess they would talk about it more. Okay, let's do this. We're at 9:29. I'm supposed to be looking for ships on the ground too, because they do show up. See it? Look at that right there. See it? Right there. Look at that at 9:45:01 on May the 20th of 2023. See, no, see, that's wild. Can you see it? Let's see what it's made of, because you get a better view of what it's made of from this distance right here than if I blow it up. You won't be able to see it that well, what it's made of. Can you see that? Right there. And it's physically there, and it's literally there. It's not like a raindrop, because when it rains at the observatory and or when it snows, it doesn't look like this. This is a physical thing coming down out of the sky. It could be some type of plasma coming down at the observatory, and it stops. There could have been a whole lot of it coming down, and we just don't get to see it. Can you see that? Well, I know you can. What is it? Hello, somewhere in time. We are somewhere in time. We really are. It is very strange. Let me do this right here. Do we got a moderator on here? Hello there, Susan B. Honey. Yeah, I just looked down here at this. You all look at this. No, this is... Have you all ever seen anything like that before? That's the thing. Have you seen anything like that before? So let me get it back to the normal mode, because it does look wild. It looks really, really wild looking. Wild and strange. I've not seen it there before, and we've documented several things there before. Let me see if I can do this and stretch it. Okay, we got it. Right there. Now let me do this. Yeah, welcome everyone. So watch it. If you're just tuning in, yeah, it's there. It's not make-believe. It's there. But what is it doing there? And what is it pointing at? You know, the stairs right here. I've been looking at the stairs the past few days, and they seem to have some type of color to them. Like energy on these steps. And you may have went there and seen them yourself, but okay, watch this. See, there's something bright in the sky. There's something up there, and the clouds are hiding it. It's super bright. I don't think it's just the sun. It's 9 in the morning. And okay, here's the first pod coming down out of the ground, you all. Let me show you where it's at. The first pod coming down out of the ground is right here beneath me. And we're going to make it bigger just because, yeah, so you can see it. It is a cylindrical pod. It could be, who is sending these pods up in the sky? Can you see it? Because it's literally right here beneath me. It's cylindrical in shape, right there, underneath me. The veil does keep thinning, and do we want to know all that's going on? You are really, do we really want to know? Or would our hearts fail us if we knew? It would be too much for our human minds to take in, because we're not prepared for all of it. We ain't seen everything like that. We'd probably go into shock. Really, I'd probably go into shock, me personally, especially if it was evil. And I just like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding. Okay, let's look at that. So there's some pods. That great big one was some kind of rod, and this is a cylindrical pod that came down. Let's look at this some more. Well, I've documented a bunch of rods coming down out of this observatories before. Seeing if there's like any energy in the air. There's another pod. That pod keeps moving around. It keeps moving around at the observatories. Oh no. There is let me bring myself over here. Shoot. Let me see. Right beneath me is a pod. Right beneath me is a pod. There is a cylinder pod like a rod touching this rod that's coming up out of the ground. It's a metal thing coming out of the ground, but one of these things that's coming down, it's making contact with it. And there's still another one down here. So they know what they're doing. There's some type of beings with some kind of what they're doing. I know they're bound to know. And up by the observatory, there are invisible ships. Right now, I can see it. It's right here. It looks like a blur, but it's not beneath me. Let me take a screenshot. I want you to see how they look so invisible. They're cloaked right beneath me. You can barely see, and they pixelated everything. You can barely see it. It looks like a raindrop. I think they did this that way we could not identify when things showed up on our computers. They pixelated it like they did the oh my goodness, NASA, like they did the NASA products. But if we zoomed up on it, if we zoomed up on it on the OBS, it wouldn't have the texture to it that it does now. I'm going to try to see about some other ones. Okay, you got some cars coming. You'll see, you all. Watch, the rain's going to come in. It's going to look like rain, but it is not rain. I'm going to tell you what I keep thinking I see here. I keep thinking I see in this one area where the dirt's at, it looks like there's that rod coming down. Look how big that rod is. Can you see it? It's down there like it was before. Can you see it blinking off and on down there at the bottom? Even though it's small. Because it's not a raindrop. I know it'd be really hard for you all to see it. Extremely hard. But it's there. It's moving all over the place. Now there's two of them. Oh, there's one coming down up there in the sky too. Let's look. There's other objects flying around. But we're going to get a big cluster. Whoa! What's that? Can you see it? Can you see what that is? Right here, you all. Let's make this bigger. Gina, would you please? I wish I really could. I think I've seen this one object before in my photos. I really have. It's right here in the center. Right here beneath me. Watch it. Watch it move, you all. It's some kind of a ship. You see it? It's some type of a ship. But actually, what I think happened was it was in the sky above as a dark. It's appearing right up here. You see this area right up here? When I move the cursor, this area up here disappears. And then it comes down to this area right here is what happens. Right like that. And it's behind me. This object right here showed up in my pictures back in around 2019. And it stayed, every time I'd go out and take a picture, it stayed there for around a month in my photos. That very object right there. And it is some type of a plasma-like ship. Let me put myself over here. I hear a low flying something outside. It's flying really low. It sounds it's so low it sounds like a lawnmower. I mean, it could be a lawnmower, but it's nobody at my house. Let me get this to you all. I should have just focused on the one thing instead of everything else. But when you do stuff like this, you want to see there's the rod again. It's there's a low flying plane out there. Now this would appear to be raindrops if you were looking at it, but it's not raindrops at all. It's their way of hiding what's going on at these observatories. They're probably going underground. There's no telling what they're doing, who they're meeting with, because they're bound to be meeting with somebody, you all. They're bound to. Their presence is not unknown. There's no way it's unknown at this observatory. And I'm just dragging this because the time lapse goes by so fast. And if you don't slow it down, you can't really see that well. But it's a lot of fog, and here we are at 1709. Okay, and all is well. Let's bring it back to, you can see it. But as we're going to go 9, 10 in the morning, so you can see the rod coming down out of the sky. Right there, you see it? Right there. A very, very strange rod. Just has anyone, Teresa Garza, has anyone seen that before? Aww. So look at this. Let's look at it. Right here. There's something up there. You think there's, if we did a Google search, would we see anything? If we said a rods from the sky, rods of God from the sky. Let's see this. Hey, there's something kind of similar. Let's see. What rods of God, images of rods of God. Well, that looks like a laser, kind of. We've got this. Look at this right here. Oh, that's a weapon. Right there. That is a weapon coming down from above. Oh, that looks kind of wild. We're just trying to see if we can find something else that's similar. It could be like it. Ah, look. This is a trail of something, but there's an actual rod in it. This right here, well, that shows something coming down, but this is not it either. This is something else. Let's see if we can find it. So, oh my gosh, national interest, you all. Look at that. There's kind of some kind of weapon up there for that to do that. There's bound to be a weapon up there in the sky that caused that image right there. Mm-hmm. It is a weapon. Weapon rods of God. And it's not these. It's not one of these. Okay, it's not. It's something much different. Look. Rods from God. A terrifying space weapon. Right there. Well, who's got the space weapon? This looks like there's a ship inside here. I've seen this ship before in my photos. Right here. They did. There's a black ship that gets in the sky, and it looks like this right here. You think this is a real picture? Do you all? Because it might be, and it might not be a real picture. But I'm trying to find a match to the rods that came down out of the sky. The one rod, the massive rod that you can see right here. That came out of the sky, and I have not yet to see it. I haven't. Only thing that might come close would be this. Now, you know that the airplanes do not fly around like that. There's no way they fly around like that. No, these ain't rods of gods. No, not at all. I just want to see if I can find one. I can't really find one on here. I don't see it. And that right there is not it either. You can try to find an image of it, but I doubt that you find one. And if you find one that like this is, as you all, that literally is coming down out of the sky like this. This is the observatories in Hawaii, the Canada, France, Hawaii telescope operated by Canada, France, and Hawaii. And people can use these telescopes. You can use them to get images of the sky and the universe and stuff like that. There's something going on. And it's not normal. It's not. Hello. Whoo, my goodness gracious. I'm sure it's not a tether. A tether? I think a tether. The tether incident, because the tether incident had something like that. A tether rod, a tethering rod. Tether rod. And I don't think it would be like a gas line how they refuel automatically in the air. The tether rod from space, NASA. Let's see. The NASA tether incident. Okay, we might find something, y'all. Let's look. So just say if it was a tether rod like this. Now see, by the way, this is what we saw flying around in the sky by the sun. Whenever we zoomed up on the cell phone or on the camera, this is what was flying around, just like this tether incident. You gotta go look at the other UFOs. See, NASA said UFO, NASA's unexplained tether overload incident. It's like this, you all. The tether incident. We do have a video on here called the tether incident. These are what's flying around in space up there by the sun, right here. And they don't want to admit it. I think they're a life form. I really do. Let's see, like this right here. Is this a tether remain on a satellite camera? Right there. It could. Or do we have tether things falling down from the sky? Do we? See, look at that. Is that one right here in Hawaii? It just fell to the ground. And if it did, what did they do with it, really? Think about it. What did they do with it? Oh, what are they doing here, you all? Hey! Oh no, see, this looks like, this thing right here looks like the cubes. Look at this. This is what we see ourselves. They're measuring this, but yet we can't measure these things right here. That's like black on the bottom and white on the top. Is that what they're measuring? But we can't speak about it, but they can. It's taboo because we can't know about the existence of something else up there in the sky. So, in an electrodynamic tether propulsion, that could be one, but it's missing its bottom. Looks like a robot up there, you all. It really does. I'm not sure what this is, but it's definitely not a lightning bolt. It's definitely not a raindrop, a snowflake. It's not a cloud. It's not a rope. It doesn't look like it's a piece of steel. It doesn't look like a pipe. It looks like something out of the ordinary. It looks straight too. Whatever it is, it could be some other type of material that we don't know about. It really could. If it came down, where's it going? That's what we'd like to know. Where is it going? This is the southern camera in Hawaii, and it happened yesterday. Is what it happened. And 9:45:01. Just think if we would have had all the minutes of this, we would get to see what it was. We would. But we don't have it. And we can take it back to the very beginning, and you can look at it. Sit here and you can see it over here, right on the Canada, France, Hawaii telescope page. Right here. Let's watch it, you all. Watch it. Watch it come down. You can see it. We'll sit here and watch it on their very camera. It's a public camera. We can do it. We can have some public consumption of what's in the sky at the observatories. You gotta watch fast because it's going to come down. This is how fast you see it. It came straight down. All we get is 48 seconds out of around a 12 or so hour day. That's it. Maybe a 24-hour day. That's it. Just a 12. Let me see if there was one yesterday. And we'll look at the 19th because I didn't look at the 19th. Let's check it out. What do they got playing on the 19th? Do they have a rod that comes down out of the sky? If it's a rod of God, whatever it is, since we don't know what it's made of, what its composition is. Look at that. Doesn't that look wild? Right there. It's like a storm up there. Rain all over the place. What have they got going on? It's kind of wild. It's like you can't keep track of it. It looks as if the wind is just blowing all over. And then that was the end of it. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Well, it looks like they got some other things going in the sky right there. It's a big mess. Then all of a sudden today, what was yesterday? Was there a special day yesterday? Let's see. While they're looking at down below, there's things coming from the sky. What if these were... Look at all the cameras they got, and we only get to see certain cameras. Look like freezing rain right there. Okay, why are they examining this? Why are they keeping their eye on this stuff right here? You know what's inside this box right here? One time we found dark shadows going inside of here, like a portal opened, right there in the center. It's under the observatory playlist, and some kind of dark shadows went inside there, and then they came back out. And there also seems to be a launch pad in certain areas. Why are they showing this like that? How can two, I was going to say, how can two raindrops fall at the same time? No, that's a sphere. That is a perfect sphere. Can you see it? Right here, you all. Let me see if I can get there. This is a perfect sphere. Gina, you're supposed to be on a window capture. You all. It's a perfect sphere. Let me get it over here. Right here, I'm going to show you. A perfect sphere. It's not just a raindrop, you all. Can you see it? Not just a rainbow. Look at that. It's a perfect circle inside of there. There's something going on. Those aren't normal. That's not a normal storm at all. Can you see a perfect circle? You're not going to see that in a raindrop at all. Hello, Vonda. Look at that. You're not going to see it at all. Perfect. Just like that. Like a ball of energy. Suspicious skies, honey. It is not. And you can find that at timestamp 519 at 1317:01. That is not a raindrop. And underneath this one is a rectangular shape too. Onto the side is rectangular. This one over here on the edge at the 9 o'clock position. So we got a 9 o'clock and we got a 3 o'clock position. Round sphere coming down from it, traveling out of a portal. That's right, paradox fossils. That's exactly right. They're doing a portal. I should take a screenshot of it just to have it for my records. And anybody can go here and look at these things. They can. But let's look at this UI. We might see some more strange occurrences happening because they're looking for something, and I doubt. This thing up here in the sky that's white, you see it as a solid white up here in the corner. It's not, well, it could be part of the building, so I'm not going to say it's a raindrop because it really could be the part of the building, something hanging down. I was going to zoom up on it, but I'm not, because it might be part of the building is what it might be. I'm going to kind of like pause it at times. See what we can see. What was that? What? Probably a car. Let's hope it was a car that went somewhere. Let's drag it. We're going to drag it. It's letting us, oh, well, it was letting us drag it until it caught on. It caught on to what we were doing. And it doesn't want us to drag it. Let's look. Okay, so the first raindrops are supposed to be raindrops are falling. So we can examine them. See, there's a perfect circle right there on the screen. You see it? Perfect circle. It would have to be windy. See, this circle right here appeared and disappeared right there. Appeared and disappeared, didn't go nowhere. What if these are some type of life form and they're not really raindrops? See, because look how the dark is positioned underneath here at the top. Dark areas. The raindrop has already failed. Okay, see up there at the top, the raindrop has failed. But all of a sudden, little black spots occur. And it can't be normal. Little black spots, like cubes, like rectangular cubes. Look at this. I think there's some kind of ships. Some type of them. Look, and they kind of look like squares too. Look at that. These look like ships. Strange looking. Okay, we can... Whoa, what is that? You ever see a raindrop look like that, you all? Look at that over there. That's not a normal raindrop. There looks like there's a face inside of there, too. Hello there, Nierka. There really does look like some kind of face inside of here. If you see it. Wait. Let's see. Trying to see if we can see anything different. Right there in front of that observatory, that's not a normal raindrop. Right above that door, there's white on the bottom. Okay, this stuff is moving. I gotta push the play button. Just let this stuff come across, because it looks like it's okay, look what they did. Okay, let's see what you did. That's not a raindrop. Look, oh my gosh, it's ships. It's ships, you all. It's plasma ships. That is not a raindrop. And they know it's not. They know it's not a raindrop. There's something here. Somebody said on the 23rd, you're supposed to have the UFOs or something make their appearance known. Jeff, I am serious. Let me tell you something, Jeff. I am serious. I'm very serious. I am. You think I'd get on here and just make this up? No, I'm not. And I'm serious about this right here. It's some kind of rod coming down out of the sky. And just because different types of life forms don't look like us, or maybe the vehicles that they travel in don't look like our airplanes or helicopters, doesn't mean that they're not a vehicle. They can be totally different composition altogether. Totally altogether different composition. So yeah, I'm very serious. I am. I admit it. Very, very serious. So no, that looked like a UFO. I've seen it before. Okay, so we can see it. That's right, we got it. Yes. Well, logic. I like logic. I like logic. He makes me laugh, even though he's a tad bit sarcastic. He took me for a loop the first few times I saw him, but yeah, I think it kind of makes me laugh a little bit. He does. Yeah, that's what I got to say about it. Kind of makes me laugh. Well, he needs to come on here, because I'm calling this a UFO right here. This is some type of a UFO ship. Otherwise, this camera, I've not seen the camera pan down on a raindrop. Have you ever seen it pan down on a raindrop, and a single raindrop is going to be sitting there in the sky right in front of them? No, it's like a plasma-like ship. That's right. Jeff, honey, I'm glad you love that imagination. I really am. But I'm serious. I really am serious, and I think you know I'm serious. Okay. I don't know about this one either. It has too many curves, too much black ring around it. It's like a black glob. Look at that on the observatory top is a white thing showing. See, there's another one right there. What if it's a life form? It's an organic life form that travels looks like some kind of a ship-like thing, but it's organic. See, that's right. There's one of those too. I've seen these in the sky showing up. This is some type of an intelligent life form or otherworldly craft. That's all I like. That's what I'm going to say. Intelligent life form or some kind of otherworldly craft. Look at this. You go from that, and then it goes there. They're tracking it. They're looking all over for these things. Look how many there are. They're glowing. I seen these shapes in the sky, and they were coming in and out of cloaking right here on the sides, and I can't put my face there because I'm not doing a window share. They're too smooth for a raindrop. They're really way too smooth. Wonder what life form they would look like. See, look at that. There's a sphere, a big giant sphere. Right there at the 131701. Nerica, honey, hello. Uh-oh, Nerica, somebody's going to be goodbye. If they're being rude, you're going to get yourself out of here. Nerica, he didn't make it. He couldn't hold his tongue. That's okay. He'll just have to watch the video without being able to comment is what he'll have to do. That's too bad for him. That is just too bad for him, you all. That's just too bad. It's funny. See, look at this dark area over here. See it right here on the edge? Watch how it moves. Oopsie, it's gone completely now. I thought I seen it move. Boom. Now these, I don't even know which way the camera's pointing here. It's still there. That one is still there. See it? Right there on the corner. That's right. Okay, you all, we're still watching. These right here are too perfect. These like here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're too perfect. Let's look at this. What do we see up there at the top? No! Look up there at the top, you all. No, that is a ship. Look at that. Can you see that? It's like right here. Right here. I'm gonna make it big for you to see. Right here. Oh, Gina. You didn't. I did. Shoot. That's okay, you all. These are not normal raindrops at all. They're not. I want to get the one back because I wanted to show it. It was up there at the top. Okay, see them down here at the bottom? No, they're not. They're ships. What are they doing? I want to get over to the one where it started to take off on me. Right there. Right there at the top of the observatory. See them? See these, you all? These ain't raindrops. I don't know what they are. Right there. Those, we got to take pictures. Those are, they're not of this world, but now they're in our world right there. Right there. This is really wild. It is very, very wild. Oh, you're a proud member of Gina's cult. No, we don't got no cult, but they call it a UFO cult. Well, they can call it whatever they want. They're in denial. They're in denial, so they criticize something they don't understand because their brain does, maybe they just don't want to. It's easier to deny something than to admit it. Look at this. Oh, wow. Look at that one over there by this. Can I? Oh, shoot. I can't touch it. If I touch it, it makes them move. If I touch the screen, I'd be better off, look up there at the top, I'd be better off not touching it. Because I wanted to see how, look how smooth it is above the CFH. I know it's going to happen. I got to be careful. Look how smooth this is above the Canada, France. Well, that, I can see that. Can you see that that would be a ship? Look how perfect. It's got some black on the top and then black on the bottom. You see that? That's not a raindrop at all. Jelly birds, Frank Cooper, they could be something like that. Good evening, Susan B. Oh, Susan, honey, you've already been on here. Yeah, look at this, you all. Wow. If we look up closer, you can see some stuff inside of there. Let me do this, you all. And there's going to be people who do not agree. There's going to be lots who don't. But there's going to be even more who do. Look, this is the one I wanted to zoom up on. Can you see how big it is right here outside the observatory? Right there. Look at how it's dark on the top and totally white on the bottom. That is massive right there. Denial is not just a river that runs through Africa. No, no, we can't. Frank, honey. Frank's okay, Nerica. Yeah, Frank is okay. He's just saying that. Yeah. So let's look at this. Come on, you all. Let's look at this right here. Boom. Look over here, you all. So we've got a cube. We got a cube right here on top of this one, and we've got these. Oh my goodness, you all. I've not seen so many of these. I really have not seen so many of these in one setting. I know it's the Nile River. Oh, Frank. You all, if you're just tuning in, this is getting a little exciting. It is. It's all right, you all. We get excited, but we take seriously what we're sharing. We really do take serious what we're sharing. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's good. It's great, you all. You better watch out. You better be watching out. You. Oh, I'm not. I'm not looking at that. I'm supposed to be looking at the. I'm supposed to be looking at this, you all. This is serious now. We can laugh and have fun. We can laugh and have fun, but you all, this really, if these truly did start showing up in mass, and then we hear, you know, look at this, you all. No, look down there at the bottom. Look down there on the ground. They're right over that thing. They're right over this portal thing right here. Oh, Nerica, honey, you okay? You are okay, Nerica, honey. That's perfect. We all get excited. We get excited. I love it. I do love it, you all. This is a lot. There's something, truly is something going on there. Yeah, let's look at this. Look up there at the top. Here they come. You all, they are coming. What type of life form is this? Or ships? Shalom, Yawasan. Yeah. Let's look at this. Okay, they're moving. They're posing as raindrops. But they're not. I've seen these before, but not this many. Not this many, you all. And there's black under the one. Yes. We got to be able to laugh at ourselves. We can. Look, see how perfect. Look how perfect over here on the corner. Can you all see that? Let me see if I can scoot this over here. If my sky will let me. Look how perfectly round right there. It's perfect. Perfectly round, dark thing on the side right there. Right there. I could put a filter on it, but this would show up, the black area would show up white, and the white area would show up that color. Well, if I put a filter on it, that means I have to close down one of my video editor things. I mean, you can look at this with the in the inverted mode with your phone or something. You could. Let's look at this, show, because this is really wild. Wow. That is wild. Look at this. Okay, what was that movie about the blob? Did not the blob have, was it a shape of a blob? Are there any extraterrestrials, any type of aliens on any type of movie that have a shape like a blob or something like that? Are there any? Yeah, because who knows? Hello, Yeshua's daughter. Yeah. Let me put this back here. This started off with a rod from the sky, but these aren't normal raindrops, you all. No, there's no way. There's no way they're normal raindrops at all. No. What if they're a life form? Look at that. Now see, oh, look, there's a ship up there at the top. Can you see the ship up there at the top of the screen? Let's get over there. Ship it there. I got to be careful, y'all. Right up here at the top. See that ship? Right up there in the corner. See it? Right up there at the tippy top. I can't make my screen any bigger than that. You see it up there? Look like it's a ship with a black bottom on it. Just like that. The movie The Blob in 1958. The Blob. Well, see, that's what the blob looked like. Well, what if that's what we're seeing in the sky? What if that's what we're seeing in the sky, but they're not that color? But maybe the bottom part of them are that color. Why would they even make a movie like that, you all? Really think about it. Why would they make a movie like that? Now, this is a gelatinous being, and some of those things flying around in the sky are that color right there. Dangerous universe, you all. Dangerous. It's landed in the volcanoes. Look at that. The blob. It landed in the volcanoes. Right here. The black guru. Look at this. The blob episodes. How do we know that? Not here. That these things in the sky that we're seeing are not a form of the blob. How do we know that? That they're not? I mean, they could be. They very well could be. They have a blobby shape. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope they're not. I really hope they're not. Oh, that is kind of gross. Look at that. See, look at that, the blobs. No, there's something to it. Otherwise, you would not have cartoons about it. There's something. It's a life form. It is a life form. Oh, look how tall it grew. Right there, it got that big in the city, that blob. Look at this. Kind of looks like a hedge apple. Minus the green stuff on it. Look like the moon craters, but it does look like a hedge apple. That's how they arrive like that. The blob. I wonder what year the blob took place in. Really, things came out of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, you all, let's get back to that because we ain't gonna never get off of here if we keep coming looking at this stuff. Okay, yeah, let's look at this. All right. There we go. Look at them. We can just assume they're the blob. Look, they're right over that thing again. Look, they're setting on that thing down there at the bottom. See that, like the tower? This thing comes and sets on it at 1653. 1654, it's still setting on it. 1655, it's still sitting on top of it. And 1657, and there's other ones coming. It really may look like raindrops to somebody with an unprofessional eye. Look, they come right back to it. And there's also one down at the bottom of it. Can you see them down there? And there's not supposed to be anything down there at the bottom of this thing right here. Let me see if I can get my screen up here. There's not supposed to be anything down there at the bottom, but you can see there is something down there at the bottom, and it's not just a raindrop. Look at the shape of it, you all. That is not just a raindrop down there. What happened? You were alerted for high winds and heavy rain starting in a short time. Exotic Eternal, where are you located? High winds and heavy rains. Is this the monsoon? Time, the Jinn, Lothwa, the Jinn. Well, I guess it could be. I guess it could be. Look at that. What if these have a geluminous? The blob came out in 1958. A lot of things happened in 1958 also. See, there's too much similarities. Look at the dark rim around them. Way too much similarities. Muddy Girl, what'd she find out? Yeah. Let's look at this. Okay, you all. Yeah. It's still there. Look at it. It went backwards. It went backwards. Okay, we were at 1702. We're at 1704. Look down there at the bottom. 1706. It went backwards. A raindrop cannot go backwards like that. 1708. It's still sitting on top of it. Look at it. It's spinning around. 1709. 1710. 1711. There's more coming. 1713. 14. 16. Whoa, look at that. Can you see that? That is pretty remarkable right there, you all. Let me do this. Let's come over here and look at this close up. That is really remarkable looking. Look at that. Setting on top that tower, probably getting some energy or something. Let's see if there was another one on here. There's another one at the bottom. See, we can't see what's going on behind there. That is some kind of a life form and or ship and or both. A living organic life form ship, and that's how it travels and gets around. Like we got 2 legs. Well, it's got a whole body and it can do things too. Are we looking at that, you all? We are. No, see, no, you all, there's something going on. We very well could be seeing the first group of ships flying in. Look over here. You know, it looks really strange to me. Right over here on the side of the observatory, there is a ledge. Can you see my cursor over here? There is something up here, pivotal thing right here in the sky. It's like hovering right there. It's like a ledge right there. You can't see it. Who's a tro? Who's a tro? It's kind of hard to see it. It is, you all. Let me look at this. It's kind of hard. Let me see. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, it's still on top of it. Oh my gosh, it's still there. And it's shape shifting. This could be the first batch. The south camera. Wow. They think they're slick. Trying to be... Look at that, you all. Come on now. Come on now. No. Aqua aliens? I guess you could have aqua aliens. Is today Sunday? Yeah. Okay, look at this. Really, what is that? Who does that belong to, really? Oh, my goodness. There ain't nobody here. There's not nobody right there at all. Sunday, okay. When was the full moon? Did we miss it? So they can say it's raindrops all they want. They can. They're in denial because that's not a raindrop. And that's not a bug. No, that's something otherworldly. Right there. It is. Something can really be... Oh, I'm sure there's something inside. I really am. There's something up here. Right right, I'm going to put it, try to see, put it in the center of the stream. There is a cloaked ship's dead center in the screen. And I'm circling. Can you see it? It's an invisible ship. I am circling it, if it is show my circle, but I've got it in the middle of the screen. This is what's showing up on the camera also. And when it comes into the camera view, you can see the rest of it. My great apologies if you're not. Frank Cooper. He's from Louisiana. Frank from Louisiana is where Frank's from. So let's go back to this, you all. Okay, let's look. That thing is still up there in the sky. It's still in the... Okay, see, the camera is following them because they're flying around all over the place. Look at that. It's right over. They're doing flybys by the observatories. If you're just tuning in, now we've taken it to, we went from a rod coming down from the sky to these, I don't know, could you say interstellar visitors flying down all around? Yeah. Let's look at this. Okay, so we're there. Oh, look at it. Look how smooth it is. You might meet me one day. You never know. You never know. Okay, there's some... Wow. Look at it. It's still setting there on the side, posed as a raindrop with the black on it. The edge detect. Oh, I'm sure the edge detect would detect it quite well. I have to close out one of my things. Is what I got to do. Let's do this. Let's all calm down and try to be respectful. We don't want to block anyone, because if you get blocked, I'm not going to know who you are, and then it's going to be hard for me to find you on here. It is. Let's see this. This is the north view. Let me try to stick this in the edge detect. If I took a picture of it, let me see if I did a screenshot of it. I think I might had done one. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, I've got a screenshot of it. Let me do this. Stick this in here. Let's look. Here we go. We're going to try one for enhance. It just glows up. It just, yeah. You can't really get a good image out of it at all. You can't. I mean, you can, but you can't because it's not any... good night, Nierica. It's not really straight edge like some of them. It isn't. So, let me put this here. Let me put it back to me. Now let's come back over here. Boom, like this. Okay, here we go. We're going to look at it some more. Okay, you can see it moving. Wow. Let's look. See, it's still setting by the side of the observatory. It's not moving at all. We got one clear picture. That's it, you all. That's about it. Just like that. So, there's all kinds of things flying around up there, and it's not raindrops. It isn't at all.